A little louder.
I feel like I believe I connected with someone else. It's actually contact that I'm not even I would say 5 years, I ended up getting connected when they got to 5 years old or whatever, and then you're right, and they got
So you think it's a monetary question as well?
Yeah, I mean, back home, all my friends in the age of 24.
Where's that home?
Toronto. But all over the they have no home. But, let my friends or things that I think that we don't want to be. I mean, I will be able to find out that I don't believe in the same amount of money. They don't want to use it. My job is not going to be able
So for you, the irreducible is ambition and the make a living that will be. Yeah, a lot of irreducible. Okay, well, does this not speak to your article? So go ahead.
You know what? There's no person should be. I shouldn't ever change about what I believe. I
whether it's somebody who's you are, successful or somebody who never runs late. You may not say all of those. Maybe you run a little late, but everybody can afford their
So here's my question. My question in this case of your article. The question will be.
Well, in 10 years, come talk to me. And you tell me whether you found so hard.
Because when I asked you if you can get people in their 20s, and you said it's very hard, here's a perfect example. I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and I have every reason to accept it.
But I think what they do they need is comes out 5 years later, they start to realize, no, I'm not doing that so much, but what I'm doing is this.
You know what? I'm very happy that
and that's what I hear a lot from people in their 20s, and then what I do is I talk to people who are in their late 30s, and I say, when you were in your late 20s, what did you think about all this? I said, I would have said, absolutely, I'd rather be by myself. There's no way in the world that I would lower my standards on X, Y, and Z. And now I'm 39, and you know what? Those things are really important to me, and I've kind of changed my mind about that. But now I'm having a much harder time finding somebody than I did at 20 years old.
I'm going to sweep across from the far right to this man.
When you go out, what should your dating goals be? Like, should it be, are you going out to be liked by other person, or should it be the other way around? The other person should like you.
Should you like the other person, or are you trying to make that like you?
Right, all the other dating books, which I sort of in front of my article, always say, like how to manage an ad, and they're always saying, here's how to get him to like you, when they never even ask the question, do I like him? Him is sort of basic. So, I don't know, I think if you're going out, it's about neutrality. I want to find somebody that I like, and I want to find somebody who likes me back.
Can I say something real quickly?
Sure.
I think that the attitude that we're going into has a lot to do with it. Like, for that question, I don't think it's a very positive attitude to be there and to test the person. I think you have to know who you are and accept yourself and be ready to give and know what you can offer before you can expect or be with your checklist to see if that person qualifies for you. I think it's a more positive and kindness that you have to come into giving and knowing what you have to offer to that person rather than to see what they can give you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also, there's a sense when you go out that, I think we all have this sort of buyer's remorse that, people are, a lot of people talk about this in my research and I have to from personal experience, that, when you do go out, you may have this, if you don't go out with that attitude, if you don't go out with that sort of open mind, but I know who I am and I'm just going to see, what presents itself out there in terms of what I run into in my world. That's a great attitude to have. But I think what we end up doing is we end up hooking up with somebody and then we say, oh, I've dated this person for 3 months and, this is pretty good, but, that guy at the office, who's just a new guy, maybe there's something better. He starts to have buyer's remorse. And I think we forget, wait a minute, what happened to this connection that you had? Why do we always seek something better than what we have?
Again, to open up another giant field, but we're talking to some extent as though, and then once you're married, everything's fine.
Oh, that's the thing about this is that, like every movie, every romantic comedy ends with the wedding.
Right.
And to me, that's the beginning. And that's the ending. It's like you finally go through all the misunderstandings or whatever happened in the movie, and then, wow, you finally get a taste of it and you get together. But so now it actually begins.
Right. So, what I was going to say is, if you give people advice on that they have to look at marriage differently, then isn't there, is your next article on why so many marriages don't succeed, or why they're so unhappy, or what it is that people do wrong instead of this, instead of that? Because,
I'm actually going to be writing a book about this, and that's going to be talking to a lot of married couples about, what does work and what doesn't work, and what do you think going in? What is the love of your life? What kind of connection do you have then? What is it like now? How does it change?
Structure is excellent, but I think we should have to stronger rate. If you're a female, probably funny, you're early 20s, and if you're a male, probably in the late 20s. So if you're looking for, you hear from other people that have gone through it, what they've gone through and what they're not missing or what they are missing, to piece the puzzle together. I'm sure that some people in their 20s are not really interested in hearing advice from older people, but it might help them in getting to where they're trying to get in the faster process. So they don't end up to be 20s and 30s in this group. It's becoming 30s and 40s and 50s.
Well, I think the problem is
that are fading away.
Yeah, I think the problem is that, single people, just we talked about community at the beginning, single people don't have a lot of, they don't have a lot of sort of, very honest, intimate conversations with married people. It's sort of different groups. It's like once you're married, you're in this club. It's like once you have kids, you're in this club. If people told you what it was really like to have kids, nobody would have that. And so, it's kind of like a marriage thing where they don't really tell you about, those personal things about marriage when you're single because they think maybe you wouldn't understand and you wouldn't be interested. And I don't think single people seek that out. But the letters that I got over 1,000 letters in response to this article, and they were so enlightening to me. I think that they would be so enlightening to younger people who, are hearing from these married people. This is what marriage is like. My marriage is terrific, but it's not what you're thinking it is.
Yeah, I think that for 20-year-olds to focus on marriage, that they can't hear what you're going to say about it. You really do have to focus on you and your values and are something to recognize. So for somebody who thinks that they're looking for ambition, might actually be looking for passion. Because ambition comes with a paycheck, like success and accomplishment and good deal. If you need an artist who's ambitious, you can build a life together. She's shaking her head now. But you really work with the values. And when you ask people what's important to them, the words they give you aren't the true meaning. So, for example, I've always been attracted to Jaguars. I don't know. I think they're great. Whenever I notice a car, it has to be a Jaguar. Well, I drive a Honda. You know what? The Honda gets me places. And I can fill the Honda with all my crap. And the Honda's going to last for a long time. And when I ding the Honda, not as upset as I would be if I dinged the Jaguar. So I have to realize I didn't want a Jaguar. That's a whole different glamour or whatever, sweetness. I wanted a reliable car that gets me kind of simpler.
And the Jaguar is so different that actually don't even ding it. You bang it. I didn't know that. Okay, let's take a couple